Is everyone ready?
Yes.
All right, then I will begin. All right, Emily, what story do you want tonight?
Can we read about Joseph, please? I really like that story. No, it is sad. It sometimes makes me cry. Please?
That sounds pretty good. Let's see if I can find it. Genesis 37, 3 through 35. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all of his brethren because he was the son of his old age. And he made him a coat of many colors. And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more than all of them, they hated him and could not speak peaceably unto him. And Joseph dreamed a dream and told it unto his brethren, and they hated him yet the more. And Joseph said unto his brethren, Hear, I pray you, this dream that I have dreamed. For behold, we were binding sheaves in the field, and lo, my sheaf arose, and also stood upright. And your sheaves bowed down, and made obeisance unto my sheaf. And his brethren said unto him, Shalt thou indeed reign over us, or shalt thou indeed have dominion over us? And they hated him yet the more for his dreams, for his words. And Joseph dreamed yet another dream, and told it unto his brethren, and said, I have dreamed a dream more. The sun, and the moon, and the 11 stars made obeisance unto me. And he told it unto his father, and unto his brethren. But his father rebuked him, and said unto him, What is this dream which thou hast dreamed? Shall I, and thy mother, and thy brethren indeed bow ourselves down to thee, to the earth? And his brethren envied him, but his father noted the saying. And his brethren went to feed their flocks in Shechem. And Israel said unto Joseph, Do not thy brethren feed the flocks in Shechem? Come, and I will send thee unto them. And Joseph said, Here am I. And he said, Go, see whether it be well with thy brethren, and well with the flocks. Bring me whether it can. So he sent him out of the vale of Hebron. And he came unto Shechem. And a certain man found him, and behold, he was wandering in the field. And the man said unto him, What seekest thou? And Joseph said unto him, I seek my brethren. Tell me, I pray thee, where they feed their flocks. And the man said, They are departed hence, for I heard them say, Let us go to Dothan. So we went after his brother, and found them in Dothan. And when they saw him afar off, they conspired against him to slay him, and said one to another, The dreamer cometh. Come now, therefore, let us slay him and kill him, and we will cast him into some pit. And we will say, An evil beast hath devoured him, and we shall see what shall become of his dreams. And Reuben heard it, and delivered him out of their hands, and said, Slay him not. And Reuben said unto his brethren, Shed no blood, but cast him into this pit that is in the wilderness, and lay no hand upon him. And it came to pass, when he was come unto them, they stripped him of his coat of many colors that was on him, and they took him, and they cast him into the pit. And they sat down to eat bread. They lifted up their eyes and looked, and behold, a company of Ishmaelites came from Gilead, with their camels bearing spicery, balm, and myrrh. And Judah said unto his brethren, What profit us if we slay our brother and conceal his blood? Come now, therefore, let us slay him to the Ishmaelites. Sell him. He is our brother and our flesh. And his brethren were contented. Then passed by Midianite merchantmen, and they drew Joseph up out of the pit, and sold him unto the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver. And they took and brought Joseph down to Egypt. And Reuben returned unto the pit, and behold, Joseph was not in the pit, and he rent his clothes. And Reuben returned unto his brethren, and said, The child is not, and I, whither shall I go? They took Joseph's coat, and killed a lamb of the goats, dipped the coat in the blood, And they sent his coat of many colors and brought it unto their father, and said, This have we found. Know not whether it be thy son's coat or no. And he knew it, and said,
It is my son's coat. An evil beast hath devoured him. And Joseph is without doubt rent in pieces.
And his father wept, and rent his clothes, and put sackcloth upon his loins, and mourned for his son many days. And all his sons and all his daughters rose up to comfort him. But he would not be comforted, and said,
For I will go down into my grave unto my son mourning.
Thus his father wept for him.
Can we go to the happy part now?
Yes. You see, when Joseph was taken to Egypt, God was with him. And even though he went through many troubles, God was still with him. Then one day, Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, he had a bad dream. And no one could explain it to him. But then the butler said, Hey, I knew a guy in prison who was pretty good with dreams. So Pharaoh called this Joseph and said, Can you explain my dream? And Joseph said that according to God,
There were going to be lots of good years and lots of bad years, and the little cows ate the big cows.
Yep, that's right. Turns out Mr. Pharaoh was so impressed that he put Joseph as second in charge of the whole land. When Joseph did such a good job, and when the famine came, there was plenty of food for everybody. Now, Joseph's brothers, they were getting hungry, so they came to Egypt to get food. While they were there, they ran right into Joseph. They didn't recognize him, but he did. He called them spies. Said they couldn't come back till they brought their little brother Benjamin. When they came back, well, that's where our story picks back up. Genesis 45, 1 through 11. And Joseph could not refrain himself before all that stood by him. And he cried,
Cause every man to go out from me.
And there was no man with him, while Joseph made himself known unto his brethren. And Joseph said unto his brethren,
I am thy brother Joseph. Doth my father yet live?
And his brethren could not answer him. They were troubled at his presence. And Joseph said unto his brethren,
I am my brother Joseph. Come near unto me.
And they came near. And he said,
Now be not grieved nor angry with yourselves that you have sold me hence. For God did send me to preserve life. And these 2 years hath the famine been in the land, and yet there are 5 years in which there shall neither be earing nor harvest. So it was not you that sent me hence, but God. And he hath made me father to Pharaoh, ruler of all his house, and lord over all the land of Egypt. Haste you, and go unto my father, and say, Thus saith thy son Joseph, God hath made me ruler throughout all the land of Egypt. Come unto me, tarry not, and ye shall live in the land of Goshen, and you will be near unto me, thy and thy cattle, and thy flocks, and all that thou hast. And I will nourish thee. For these there are yet 5 years in the famine, lest thy and thy house, and thy children, and all that thou hast, come to poverty. The end. So, Joseph, his dad, and his brothers,
His brethren.
and his brethren live happily ever after. Now, their posterity didn't live happily ever after, but that's a story for another night.
Good night, Daddy.